Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jael. So this is gonna be a different video. Let's just get straight to the point. I'm gonna show you how to make a gang sheet for those of you that are interested in ordering gang sheets for like DTF, Supercolor, anything basically. How to set up a gang sheet. I'm sorry for the audio. It's probably not the best. I don't have a mic set up. Sorry, just bear with me. But I'm going to be showing you how to do a gang sheet on Affinity. It's basically Affinity Designer, which is basically what is it called? Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. Same thing. The only reason why I'm working off Affinity is because it's a one-time fee, $50. I think it was each, or actually I got it on sale. I think it was like $50 for both Affinity Photo and Designer. Anyway, if you're on a budget, check it out. It's way better than paying that stupid monthly subscription with Adobe. And no, I'm not trying to promote any of this. So for those of you that are saying that I'm promoting a bunch of crap, I'm not. So this is what I use personally, just because it's budget friendly. Anyway, so let's start. You're gonna open it up, obviously, and then you're gonna go to File. Or when sometimes when you open it up, it says create new document, but I'll just do it the easy way just to show all of you. You go to File, New, or hit Control N. I'll just do all the clicks for you. So basically, we're gonna go up here. We're gonna make a gang sheet. So depending on who you're ordering from, some of their gang sheets are different. The most common one is usually 22 inches in width, and I believe it's like 20. Sorry, I think it's 26. No, wait, or 24. I don't remember. I'm gonna go with the most common that I order, 22 by 36 inches. We'll do that. DPI, make sure it's 300. You could go for 400, doesn't matter, but minimum is 300 for most printers. Make sure it's in inches, and that the orientation is not landscape but rather portrait. And we're gonna go with the color format. It depends on your printer, who you're printing from. You can leave it in RGB, but your colors are not always going to come out accurate. So I always do CMYK just in case. And yes, if you're wondering, is it going to change the color a little bit, but at least it'll be more accurate than with RGB. And then that's basically it. I'll leave the margins the way they are, and then I just hit create, and you'll see right now it's going to take some time. There it is. There's the artboard. So now you're just basically going to import files. I just go to open, just so we can keep the quality. As you can tell, these are some of my other designs I've made. I'm just going to probably, let's see if it'll let me. There you go. I'll just do these three, and I'll hit open just so I can show you. Well, there you go. It opened up 3. Not sure what happened. Okay, it opened it up in 3 different files. Alright, cool. Anyway, I guess I'll show you the longer way. So you would just basically, you'd open it up, and then you just hit Control C to just copy the image, paste it over to the original artboard. There it is. Do the same thing for all of them. Control C and then Control V to paste. And then Control C again, Control V, paste, just in case you weren't paying attention the first time. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, this is already 12 inches in width. As you can tell right here, it says 12 inches by 15. That's good. And then this is another 12 inches. Since it is 22, it won't fit. and this one is 15 inches in width. Let's bring it down to 10, right? Just so I can make sure when you're changing the width, let me undo this real quick. Control Z is undo. There, bring that back. So I'm gonna make sure the look aspect, you hit this little chain right here. That way it brings it together. So when you change it, everything changes. So we're gonna put that there. Let's just make this 10 inches. So once you do it, it stays the same. Alright, so this is 10 inches. Fits here. You can make, let's bring this down to 11. And then that's it. That's basically you gang sheet it. And then you just hit Alt and then click with your right mouse, and it just copies one for you. Same thing, hit Alt, we can move it up. Same thing, just clicking the Alt button, we can move this up a little higher, move this down lower, and there you go. That's how you create a gang sheet. Pretty simple, easy, straightforward. Next thing you need to do, I mean, you could click all these, just exit out of them since you already copied and pasted them. So you would just hit File, and then you're gonna hit Export, or it's gonna be Export As, and then PNG. It's already gonna save at 300. Make sure this and that. Okay, there is no background, so it's not giving us a selection like it would in Illustrator. It would tell you, do you want to save it with the background or not, but this time it doesn't have it because we're in Affinity. So then you just hit Export and then save it wherever you want to save it. I have a folder in here for DTF gang sheets. There we go. I'm just gonna save it as gang sheet example. Just gang sheet example. And I think that's it. Just hit save. And my computer's slow. So then now it's just exporting. And once it does that, we're done. That's how you create a gang sheet. It's not hard. You know, if you're new, it's gonna take some practice, but be patient. It's not that difficult if you know your way around, you know, any of these programs. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was informative in some way. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.